Okay, so it's January 11th, 2019, and we're here in Mom and Dad's home at the farm, and we've got another video. And so what are we going to call this video?
Little Eddy.
Okay.
My first area when I went out in the mission field was down in North Carolina in a little town called Waynesville. And we were just about 10 miles is all from the Cherokee Indian Reservation. And it was just a small branch. And it was interesting because most of the members were inactive, or even those that attended had word of wisdom problems and tithing problems and things. And the most active family, other than the branch president, was this Haddock family, and they were all non-members. And they had been meeting with the missionaries every Thursday night for 7 years. I could not believe it. When I arrived there, I kept thinking, what's going on here? Because why weren't they Baptist? She was teaching primary, and they were
And still not a member.
Still not a member. and the more we got acquainted with the members, we could see why they weren't very good examples.
Careful.
Anyway,
the members weren't good examples.
Yeah. Anyway, so I told my companion that we really need to work up some kind of lesson other than just keep meeting with them every Thursday night. Let's come up with something that would commit them towards the baptism, and we came up with temple marriage, and the temple ordinances that they can't do by just coming out to church and teaching the primary and whatever else they were doing. So anyway, it worked. We came right back with commitments and get the steps towards the temple recommend and stuff. And so anyway, we ended up in just a couple of months of baptizing them. And my very first baptism was little Eddy. He was 8.5 years old. And then we baptized Mom. I baptized the mom, and my companion baptized Dad, and his older sister, Mary. Anyway, I think it was Mary. Anyway, over the years, I've kept track of that young boy. We were in Idaho when you were a young man, and we got a Christmas card from an Elder Haddock in Canada. And we didn't know who it would possibly be, until I saw the word Elder Edward Haddock. And I said, that's little Eddy. Anyway, he was assistant to the president traveling, and he had baptized more than anyone else in that mission in Calgary. What's the big city?
Alberta?
No. North of...
it starts with an E.
Cardston.
It's not Lethbridge? It's not Lethbridge?
No, it starts with an E. Anyway, he was in that mission. Edmonton.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were going through there on our way up to visit my brother Bill, and you were in the car and everything, and we got to see, we waited for him for an hour or so, and he came back, and we had a great time. They had moved to Florida, and talked about his dad and his sister, and married in the temple, and so he was finishing his mission. Well, anyway, years more passed by, and we wanted to go to some place for Thanksgiving, and my brother Floyd was the mission president in Tallahassee, Florida. And so we called up, and we headed out, and we went down there with the kids. And when I walked in, my brother Floyd says, hey, do you know an Edward H. Haddock? And I said, yeah, that's little Eddy. He says, he has helped us more in the mission field than anyone else. And he was a stake president. He had been a bishop. He was the head of the bank there. Anyway, when we were released as temple president here in Dallas, that's where we wanted to go. We had never been down that far into Florida, and we wanted to go as far as we could go. We were closer to Cuba than we were to go back to Miami. We were way out there at the end of the United States, but on the way down we had a great time. Went to church with him and had dinner with Eddy, little Eddy Haddock. Very, very strong. And since that, he's gone. He and his wife went on a mission to the Indian reservation. His mom and dad had passed away, but they went on a mission and went and even went back to Waynesville and served there on their mission as an adult couple. But it's a great story while I was on my mission.
It's awesome.